Well, maybe things aren't as bad as they seem.
True. They could be worse, couldn't they? I mean, he could have bought a condo with me, or he could have taken my credit card.
No, I'm serious. I mean, I'm angry at Jake for leaving soon. I mean, what kind of friend just gets up and leaves town without any warning? But I started to think about it, and...
What?
Well, I mean, maybe there's another story, you know. Maybe he had a really good reason for leaving town, and he couldn't tell us about it.
Why are you talking in these riddles now? Do you know something that I don't know?
No, I'm just wondering out loud, that's all.
Or maybe Jake said something to you while I was gone? Come on, Andy.
Come on, I wouldn't keep anything from you, Megan. It's just, you know, he's been hanging around the bar, and he's just the kind of guy that keeps things to himself, I think.
Yes, like his heart and his conscience.
Well, I think you should give him the benefit of the doubt, that's all.
Oh, please. Now, you see, that's my big thing. I give every man in my life the benefit of the doubt. I give them all my trust, and then they take that trust, and you want to get in return, I get a big kick in the butt. I mean, I'm just glad that Jake didn't bruise me any more than he did. Yeah, well, I got a pretty bad bruise from him myself. Yeah, I guess he became a pretty good friend when you needed one.
You could say that.
Well, I think it's the best for both of us that he's no longer in our lives. But of course, if that's the case, then why do I feel so bad?
Hands, okay? Let's go.
You know, when I woke up this morning, I wanted to throw my alarm clock out the window and dive out after it.
Come on, Megan, it's not that bad.
Oh, it is when you have to get up at 5:30 in the morning for a 6:30 call, and the only thing to have to look forward to is the office?
Look, it's a studio, remember? A very glamorous, very TV studio.
Yeah, well, it might as well just be the dead mail room. I mean, how am I going to cry and laugh on cue or get involved with my leading man when the only thing I can think about is that jerk Jake and how much I hate him?
Yeah, I can really see how much you hate him.
Okay, I admit, he's kind of cute. But they're always cute, Andy. And the cuter they are, the more they rip your heart out.
Look, I'm sorry about Jake, but, you know, you shouldn't give up hope. There are plenty of men out there.
Yeah, but you don't know how perverse my romantic streak is. When I find a guy that is nice and sensitive and down to earth, you know what happens?
What?
Nothing. Oh, it's not for lack of trying. I mean, I try and I try and I try. I mean, I sit there at our sensible dinner in our sensible restaurant, gazing at him, holding my sensible wine, and I yawn. And then we go to the movies, and he holds my hand, and we share the popcorn, and he borrows my hanky, and I yawn. Then he drags me home to his place and turns the lights down and puts on some very mellow, sort of modern, new age music, something with solstice in the title, edges near me on the couch, puts his arm around me, and then to make a long story short, I go home in the cab alone. No chemistry. Nothing. I'm telling you, I need someone with, I don't know, a little excitement, someone with surprises, someone who touches me, well, touches me the way Jake touches me.
Andy. Megan, I'm glad you're here, too. I didn't want to have to track you down to the studio. I wanted to get you both together.
Oh, so what do you think? He's here to borrow money from one or both of us?
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking one goodbye was hard enough.
Look, I know you both probably don't care at this point, but I came back to tell you that I'm not going to leave Landview. I'm going to stay. I figured sooner or later I'm going to have to stop running. And more than that, I couldn't take hurting either one of you, so... Looks like I'm going to be putting roots down here in Landview, even if it kills me.
Kills you?
Just a figure of speech. I just thought you'd both like to know that I've changed my mind about leaving town.
Oh, I see. I suppose that's supposed to make our day. Megan. No, I'd like to address this. So you come walking into our life out of nowhere, and then you walk out of nowhere, and now you come walking back in. What are you, some kind of jack-in-the-box, Jake? I mean, we didn't ask you to come back. So if it's going to be such a big problem, if it's going to make you kill yourself, why don't you just walk out again?
No, Andy, no. I mean, no more arguing until Jake explains what's going on.
Well, maybe I don't want to hear his explanation.
Well, maybe I do.
Andy, just...
Why do I get the feeling that there's something going on between the two of you? Well? someone going to explain to me what I'm missing here? I'm right, aren't I? The two of you are up to something behind my back?
Megan, that's the silliest thing. I mean, Jake and me.
Me and Andy.
Well, why were you so glad to hear that he wasn't going to leave?
Why? Economics, that's why.
Economics?
Yeah, I mean, Jake's is one of my best customers. Speaking of which, I better get back to work. Excuse me.
Andy. Andy! What's that little grin about?
Nothing. Is it my fault you have this kind of effect on me?
Oh, please.
I think I have an effect on you too, don't I, Megan? Come on, say it. You're glad I'm not leaving town, aren't you?
If that's what you want to believe, fine. But you're not going to hear me say it. In fact, I really don't have anything to say to you.
Do I note a little jealousy in your voice, maybe?
Jealousy?
Yeah, you were awful quick to jump to assumptions between Andy and myself, although I was somewhat flattered.
Oh, you were you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for your information, I don't really care if you pair off with a Pekingese. You just come and go whenever you please, walk all over people's feelings. I mean, who needs you?
Maybe you do.
Excuse me, I think it's getting a little warm in here.
Just like maybe I need you.
Oh, and that's why you were so quick to walk away.
Believe me, Megan, I had a very good reason for having to leave
Oh,
town.
I know, yeah. You had this big assignment. Well, if it was so important, if it was going to make such a big difference, then why did you change your mind and come back?
Because I realized that there's something here in Landview that's more important to me.
Is this where my knees are supposed to go weak and my eyes mist over and I fall into your lap and whisper, oh, Jake, take me, all is forgiven?
Give it a try, see how it works.
No, it's not going to work. I'm sick of that line, Jake. It's like this broken record. It keeps saying, trust me, Megan, trust me, Megan. You know what it says when you play it backwards on 78? I'm full of bull. I'm full of bull.
Megan, I'm here. Doesn't that tell you something?
Oh, yes, it tells me that I should go. So long, Jake.
Damn it, don't you understand? I stayed here just for you. Just for you.
That line sounded almost believable.
It wasn't a line, Megan. It's the truth. I could have just left town and not looked over my shoulder, but I came back here to see if you'd give me a second chance.
Oh, try third or fourth.
Okay, I was a rat. I admit it.
Mm-hmm. A sewer rat. Not the kind you find in laboratories, not those cute little things that you find in animated films.
Okay, all right, a sewer rat.
Good, we agree.
I told you one thing and did another over and over again, but I'm here to tell you that'll never, ever happen again, believe me.
Jake, never is a very long time for you. I would try and make it till next Tuesday.
Megan, I'm serious.
You're never serious, Jake. I'd like to know whether you're being half straight with me now. Are you on the level with me? Are you?
Yes, I am on the level with you.
All right, well, that gives me one of two choices. I can forgive you, or I can punch you. Now, I'm sure it won't be of any big surprise to you, given that I'm such an idiot when it comes to men, that I have chosen to forgive you.
Really? You mean it?
Yes, I always mean what I say. Unlike some people I know. So, well, I'm happy you're back. And, maybe we can become better friends. In the meantime, see you around.
Megan, wait. I was hoping for more than just seeing you around. I kind of wanted to know if I could see you now, like the rest of the afternoon.
Well, I can't do that. I've got to get back to the studio for taping.
Oh. So, how about maybe an early dinner with me?
Now, what's the rush, Jake? A moment ago, you were out of my life for good, and now you just have to see me?
I need to talk to you.
Well, what are we doing now?
I mean, I need to talk to you about important things, you know, certain things I can't discuss here.
Look, if you want to tell me over Chianti and pasta that you're going to leave town again, really, I don't need this.
Megan, I'm not joking around this time. I just really need to talk with you alone.
Okay, if it's that important, then meet me at the Waterside Inn after I get back from the studio tonight.
How about the park?
Why the park?
I don't know. We've just been able to talk there.
Jake, why don't you tell me what this little talk is all about?
I'll tell you what. No, we'll go back to plan one. I'll meet you back at your place at, say, like, 4:30? 4:30 okay with you?
Yeah, I guess so.